Hey guys, so we have some pretty big news. Team Sky is finishing sponsorship in 2019. So 2019 will be the last year, apparently, according to the mainstream media, the MSM for Team Sky, which I find a bit disappointing. I have enjoyed watching Team Sky over the years, showing the importance of power meters, pacing, cadence, Chris Froome, Wiggins, and Geraint Thomas, and the importance of carbohydrates. We saw in the 2013 tour. Remember that when Richie Port was riding with Chris Froome, and he had to go back to the team car and get some gels, some sugar for Chris Froome. Otherwise, Chris Froome was going to get dropped. So that was pretty amazing. That was just a great moment in sporting history there, just showcasing the importance, the physiological importance of carbohydrate consumption before, during, and after activity from recovery. So I think that was fantastic. So I'm a big fan of Team Sky. You've seen me do many videos with them. And following his videos about them rather, and been with them a few times and found them all, most of them quite approachable. Geraint Thomas, Froome, Port, I found those guys quite approachable in Team Sky over the years, so that's been good. I'll be personally a bit disappointed if it does go down. I hope someone picks up the teamwork, the framework there. Some of you may be asking why I'm using these earphones. Off the microphone is just good quality. And so, yeah, definitely see Team Sky, cadence, power meters, carbohydrate, teamwork, focus. They've done a really good job at that. Now, they've really changed the game. They made my job easier as a cycling coach. Of just going, well, you disagree with cadence, go and watch Team Sky. Disagree with carbohydrate, go and watch Chris Froome sucking back gels when he's got to go and kill people with a bike. So, I should say better words, to kill the watts, the wattage cottage. So I'm definitely a fan there. There's been, people talk about, Team Sky, asthma puffers, jiffy bags. That's every fucking team, man. Every team in sport. You want to see what goes on in soccer or boxing. You think Mayweather or Pacquiao, you think they're doing it full natty bra? You have to be pretty naive to think they are. So it's all sports at the top. There's pressure to perform. Sponsors want wins. Sponsors don't want controversy. So you got to keep it tight. Keep a tight ship. Keep the doctor records tight. Lose them if you can. Anyway, that's Team Sky. Done and dusted for 2019. I think it's been unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't impact pro cycling too much. And I just think Team Sky is probably, along there with US Postal, done the most for pro cycling, in my opinion, as a spectator. As a long-time spectator of pro cycling, I'd say that, yeah, US Postal, Lance Armstrong, and Chris Froome, these guys really have just driven home the cadence message, driven home the carbohydrate message. I think it's fantastic. And I saw some comment the other day, Chris Froome eats low carb in training and high carb for racing. It's like, no. I've ridden with Chris Froome hours and hours and hours and just sat behind him and watch him. How many watts they push, how much food they eat, how many times they go and piss. They're not eating fucking steak on the bike. They're carbing up. Bananas, gels, jam sandwiches, rice cakes. Get to a Corkscrew Road, bring out crack open the carbs. And that's just in basic training, 2 and under, when results don't matter. So you can't push 400 watts if you're in ketosis. So how the fuck are you going to magically do that in racing? Let's say someone's using EPO. It doesn't matter. If you're not doing the training, then the EPO won't work properly as good as it should. So you need to be able to carb up in training so you can be carved up in racing so you can push the watts. You need to be able to do 400 watts in training for 3 hours or 2 hours, whatever. And then be able to do that again in racing. You can't just turn up to a race with no conditioning. How the fuck does that work? Like these idiots out there. There's just some people out there are so fucking dumb. It's like, how are you going to develop the fitness? It's like me, how am I going to go Norton Summit sub 13 minutes unless I'm training for that, pushing watts? It's not going to happen. I've taken like 9 months off cycling this year, and I'm not able to push the watts. I'm like at least 40 watts off my Norton Summit PR. 40 watts, that's a lot. So unless you're training it, man, your watts drop off. So it's these noobs out there. These noobs. Anyway, so that's the Team Sky deal. You heard it first, or not first, from Durianrider. I'm going to go and we've got some fucking funny videos coming up, man. This is why I'm wearing this fucking outfit. We've got some fucking hilarious skits coming up with Hannah and all sorts of shenanigans going on. I've got a new alias character called Hannah, and it's going to be about her adventures in Thailand and Chiang Mai, New Zealand, and stuff like that. So it's going to be quite, just a bit of fun there. And I think we're overdue for some fun videos. We're overdue for some videos, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna have a whole series there. It'll be put on another channel as well. It's going to be quite hilarious. Anyway, signing off here in Adelaide, Australia. Team Sky, for me, I'm a big fan of Team Sky. I love their work ethic and the way they've ran things. You know, they have their critics just like I do too. They have just played by the same rules all the other teams have, and they've just come out and dominated just because they've really focused on the carbs, the cadence, the power meter pacing. You know, they haven't gone the old school, the Italian way or the French way. They're like, no, fuck it, carbs, cadence, power, teamwork, fucking on the front, drive at home. Anyway, it's 2018. One more season for Team Sky. They'll win the Tour de France again for sure. GT or CF. Carbon fiber or Grand Turismo. They'll be at the Tour de France. Anyway, see you next video. Thanks for the support, gang.